Hey guys, and girls for that matter tonight. I want to talk with you all about something that might be a little abrasive for some to hear, and I'm not really sure why that would be, but I'm really curious. I would love to have some of you ladies out there that might be listening ring in on this one and be honest to me, frank, and give me your ideas and refute what I'm saying or provide me reasons why what I'm saying is not okay or not right or whatever way you want to look at it. But I'm also, of course, talking to you guys today, and I'm just trying to remind you not to settle in your lives on women that don't bring something to the relationship, okay? What I'm talking about specifically, guys, is the roles that males and females have in relationships as I see it, okay? And I would argue to say this is how society sees it in general. The first thing I'm going to start off with is the man's job, or one of the man's jobs in most relationships, right? The man has the job of creating an experience for the woman, right? He's got the job of making it fun and exciting and keeping her on her toes and doing all this kind of stuff, entertaining her, quite honestly, in an arguable regard, in the name of planning awesome dates and doing fun things and always having something to go do or to keep things exciting and all this sort of stuff. I don't know that there's a lot of argument as far as like what the fact that is a social norm, okay? That's everything that I've experienced in my life as a man. It's always been instilled into me, and I believe in that. I really do. I have no problem with that, and I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that, and I actually like creating experiences for my women that I date, right? If I love somebody and I care about them and I want to have a good time with them, of course, I'll go out of my way to create an experience in dating. And this is certainly a hard thing for all of us as guys, and you probably all can sympathize with this. It can be easy in the beginning when you got your first like 5, 6, 12, whatever kind of fun dates typically go well. But then years into the relationship, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of creativity and a lot of work, let's say, for us guys to continue to create this experience as long as we're in the relationship, be it 6 months, a year, 40 years, 50 years, till the day we die, whatever. It's still incumbent upon the man to do those things. We always talk about this notion about you can never stop dating your wife, right? And I 100% agree with that. I think it's accurate. But that right there is illustrating exactly what I'm talking about. That's the point, right? Guys have to continue dating their wives. And dating your wife means creating an experience for her, doing fun stuff with her, planning out fun stuff with her, okay? That's fine. Now, in my opinion, and this is the part that might be abrasive to some, and I don't know why, the woman, in my eyes, her job is to provide some sort of care, to take care of her man in some way, shape, or form, okay? Some sort of reciprocity to say thanks for all the awesome experience that I've just created for you or I continue to create for you. Just something to acknowledge that and to recognize that and to express thanks for that. It's like, I do something, I pitch into the relationship, but also you've got an obligation here. You have a responsibility. You have to pitch in something to the relationship as well. No, you don't have to plan dates. You don't have to do all this sort of experience providing stuff, but you got to bring something to the table, okay? And the something that I think that most every one of us guys is after is like some level of care, like provide some small amount of care, okay? It doesn't even have to be like anything crazy or anything that much. And I am certainly not saying you need to be a person's slave, like you need to be a slave to your man. Not at all. But what I am saying is you need to do something. You need to bring something into the relationship as I see it. And that's a fair trade-off. And that's a healthy situation. And that's like two people coming together and making something amazing and having an awesome experience and both bringing something into something like a relationship and making it fun, functional, and awesome. But some form of care, taking care of your man to some small extent, cooking dinner once a week, doing some nice little gesture. Like I said, this doesn't even have to be something crazy. It doesn't have to be something even equally in financial like magnitude, let's say, to what the man has done for you, like all throughout the month and all the years and all the time you've been dating, but just something to take care of him, right? Something that he might like, something he might enjoy, okay? That's how you can contribute. That's what you can bring in. And the biggest thing that I've seen, and I would say one of my biggest frustrations with dating in the last like 5 to 10 years at least, is that there's so many women out there that they want their cake and they want to eat it too. So they want they want a guy to provide the experience, but they also want a guy to take care of them, right? They want the guy to do everything. That's what I've experienced. That's what I've seen. I've come across this dynamic like countless times with like women that I continue to date these days. I think this is like a modern ideology in a way. It's a modern way of thinking. I come across so many females that are just like so strong-willed and so strong-minded in this regard that they're like, they refuse to do like anything for their man. And this is like, it's so confusing to me that like, why is this a thing? Like, why do women think that's okay? Why is it okay for a woman to expect a man to do everything in the relationship, i.e. create the experience, provide all the dates and do all the fun stuff, but also to go out of their way to take care of them and do these things that, if you guys have listened to my channel before, like I've talked about this ad nauseum a lot in the past. Like I can't tell you, like every single relationship that I've been in the past, let's say 5 years at least plus, like I've done all like the home stuff as well, all the cooking, all the cleaning, all these like little extra things that like express the fact that I care about them. Above and beyond stuff, I was happy to do it. It's just the man that I am. But it's like, you can only do so much of that as a guy. You become exhausted. You can't carry the torch like by yourself, the extent of your relationship, the extent of your life. And this is such a puzzling thing to me. I just don't understand like why this has come to be a thing, like I said. And I get the fact there's a lot of women that I talk to that are hyper frustrated with their dating, and they're hyper frustrated with men in general, okay? And they wonder why guys don't want to commit, okay? But it's stuff like this, ladies. If you don't bring something to the relationship, if you're not meeting like what the guy is pitching in and bringing in, at least with like some form of efforts, it's only a matter of time before the guy is just going to give up and say, fuck this, and I'm not doing this anymore, right? So, like I said, it's the funniest thing in the world to me. I've had countless conversations with women where I pick at their brains a little bit about this, and I set them off down the tracks. I want to know how they feel. I want to know their frustrations. I want to know what they've been through. I want to know what their perceptions of dating are. And every single time I hear something like this, oh, I'm frustrated that men don't want to commit these days, I'll kind of edge into this area of topic and be like, oh, okay, well, what do you typically like bring to your relationships? Like, what's the most like shining quality, or how do you take care of your man, behind closed doors when you're at home and you're just like inside the safety of a relationship? Like, what are you doing for your man to say thanks for these things, or even just to be a kind, caring partner? Like, what are you doing to show them that you care? And a lot of times they're like, that you just get this blind stare back, and it's like a totally foreign thing. And the funniest one to me is when you get girls that go on the defense about this, like, well, I'm not there to like serve a man, and I'm not there to, like I said, like be a slave or be a servant and whatnot. And it's like, it's not about that at all. It's not about being a slave. It's not about being a servant. It's about being a caring, loving partner that comes in 50-50. Okay. When your man is bringing in all that he's bringing to a relationship and you don't do anything, you don't provide any sort of care for your man, you wonder why guys don't want to commit, and like guys don't want to be in these like longer term situations when they figure out that this is the MO of this girl. She just wants to kick back and get everything done for her and just do her own thing and bring nothing in. And I know that might sound harsh. I know that might sound mean, but I look around at every single one of my close peers, okay, and it saddens me that more of them than not, they are fantastic men that bust their asses and work so hard. And I analyze their situations, and I ask frequently about their issues in their relationship, what they're going through and everything. And like a lot of the common themes I continue to hear is the fact that they're just like exhausted. They're just like, my girl does not do like half of what I do from an effort standpoint in this relationship. And it's like draining me and it's killing me. And it saddens me to hear that. And I'm nobody to pass judgments or to say that, like, you should get out of that, you should stay in this, you should whatever. I'm just there to listen. I'm just there to reflect. But just packaging it all up and, like I said, expressing a little bit of like my frustrations personally, or just what I've seen, or basically validating the reason like I still continue to this day to be single, and I will be single till the day I die. I won't be in a relationship with a woman that brings nothing in. But it's just it's 2023 now, and it saddens me that this is a common theme, but this is what I've seen. This is what I've felt. I want you guys to prove me wrong. I want you ladies to chime in and tell me, I don't know, if you've got some sort of justification on the side of a coin why it's okay for a woman to not bring anything into a relationship. It just boggles my mind. Little bit of I hope this is constructive for you guys. I hope, certainly for you men out there. I know that most of my audience is guys that are listening out there, and this is just another way of bringing that message to you guys to not settle. Do not settle on that girl that just like looks awesome and you guys like go out and have a good time and do fun stuff and like you're creating an experience, but on the backside of that, she doesn't do anything for you. She doesn't provide any level of care. That, in my opinion, is her job. Okay, you guys as men, you're there to lead, you're there to create the experience, but her job, she has a job. Don't let her off the hook on that. Okay, she's got something that she is supposed to be doing there, in my opinion. Okay, she's supposed to be adding something to the relationship. She's supposed to be providing some level of care to you guys. Okay, like I said, she's not your slave. She's not your servant. This is not what that's about. This is just about being in a balanced, caring, healthy, loving relationship where you have two sides of the equation, a male and a female, that both do things for one another, because that's what love is all about, okay? All right, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Talk to you all soon.